The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy.
Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy. It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome into another edition of The Wyldeside with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to give my little video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to dig it, give it a share. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and you're following me on all the social media platforms I have linked down below. That way, if there's a band, song, video, something you want me to check out, you can hit me up with a DM or leave it in the comments below. If you are going to hit me with a DM, please, no spamming, unless it's actual spam. And then you've got that mailing address down there as well. But please, no spamming. If you are going to leave it in the comment section, do me a favor, become a Concurpa and join the I Concur Army. It is worldwide and growing, and all you have to do is give the comments a cursory glance. If you see that your suggestion has already been made or you see a suggestion that makes you go, yeah, all you have to do is leave a like on that suggestion and below it, reply with I concur. That'll help my old burnout resin-coated DJ brain get everything into a nice list and get it into the old HDN. Also, we live stream 2 days a week. It is Wednesday, 11 a.m. and Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Time here from the east side of Music City, USA. Another opportunity for you to sit down, chat with me, ask me questions, get me your suggestions, yada, yada, yada. So it's a live stream, 2 hours of fun and frivolity. Before we get to today's video, I do want to say thank you to Connect 200, Music 2C, and of course, Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. I don't know why I just made that gesture, but it made me do it. So today's suggestion is coming from my good friend Tom on Facebook. He sent me a link to the Spotify page, and instead I went to the YouTube video. So today we're checking out a track called The Summoning from a British band. I think 2016 is when they formed. 4 guys out of London, England, and they are called Sleep Token. And today we're checking out The Summoning. Here we go.
I've got a blood trail.
really well done. It's really good shifting colors here. This is a nice flow. Very good flow. Getting William Orbit. Amazingly enough. Nice.
Did I mistake you for a sign from God?
Nice.
Or are you really here to cut me off? Or maybe just to turn me on? 'Cause these days I would be lying if I told you that I didn't wish that I could be your man, or maybe make a good girl bad. I've got a river running right into you. I've got a blood trail red in the blue. Something you say or something you do. The taste of the divine. You got my body, flesh and bone. The sky above, the earth below. Nothing to say, I know where to go. A taste of the divine.
Are we done? Oh, wow. Okay, that is Sleep Token, The Summoning. You know it's a good song when you don't know how long the song's been on. That's why I checked it. I didn't... when you lose time, you know it's a good track. That was very well done. The Summoning by Sleep Token. Some cats out of London. From what I understand, they are masked. So they do the whole you don't know our identity thing. That is a really good track. So I wrote down like an overall vibe of what I'm getting from it. And it's like a prog trance metal. I think I mentioned William Orbit, which was crazy. If you don't know who William Orbit is, he's a producer, he's a DJ, he's whatever you want to call him. He was behind Madonna's resurgence with Ray of Light. He's got a really great series of records called Strange Cargoes that really explore a progressive trance, progressive techno sound. And what I was getting, the William Orbit that I was getting was that really good color flow in that breakdown. So 6.5 minutes, didn't feel like it. That's a good thing. It carried through the song really good, rich, traditional tones, while also providing chicanery in the expectation. And the great example is that breakdown. So in the breakdown, they're going into this very trance-like vibe. And then instead of coming back into what you expect would be that heavy metal sound, they instead go into this really good punk funk groove. Unexpected. So I was getting like Deftones, Tool, I know it's going to sound crazy, but like Prodigy. It reminded me a lot of Tool's first album that I got, Undertow, along with, at the same time, I'm picking up, New Prodigy, Music for a Jilted Generation, Fat of the Land. There's a track on Jilted with Pop Will Eat Itself, and I believe it's called The Law. And it's very deep, very dark, very rich, very thick with tone that is familiar. And there were parts of it that were driving me. That funk groove part at the end was driving me a little crazy because I had the melody, right? Like the melody was that nice, warm color spectrum that you're wanting in music you're not familiar with. So it's providing this really cool a blend of those, happy colors like A Dancin' Days by Led Zeppelin, just a really good forward-moving drive and color pattern so that when the colors start to flow with that thicker, more heavier earth foundational colors that are being fed by the drums and the bass and even his vocals, they all kind of blend together into this familiar, but I can't put my finger on it sound. And that's a good thing. That's what you want. Overall, like I said, I wrote down prog trance metal. That's what that is. That is a great blend of different expectations of tone collaboration. Really well done. Very well produced. The harmonies, his vocals are really good. And I didn't write his name down. I wrote down Hollow Depth, and I've said this before about bands, especially bands that bring an industrial sound. When you're bringing an industrial sound, the sound of industrial, I always say, is the sound of a hammer hitting a rail spike, a ball peen hammer hitting an anvil. That's the sound you're looking for. That's the industrial sound. It's deep and it's thick and it's rich, but it has a slight hollowness to it. A slight, again, I've always said it's like a burned out building. It's like it's industrial. I don't know how else to describe it. It's smokestacks. It's, all of the things that you associate with the industrial imagery. And to capture that sound, you have to create this deep hollow. It's really strange how I try to describe that to people, but they capture that perfectly. His vocals capture that perfectly. So he's able to go down into those lower registers and really provide that earth tone in the blending of the sounds of the song. So you've got drums, you got bass, you got guitars, you got some keys and synth and all this other stuff. And his vocals are making this almost tour through the music. And he's taking you from change to change. Normally, bridges are built by drums and bass. What I'm hearing here is a lot of bridges built by his vocals, then turning it over to the music. So when he's changing, it's like it's going to be a weird visual, I know. It's the dog from Foghorn Leghorn. They're pushing the line, but they're not. They know exactly where the line lay, and he's able to get to that line and make it sound like it's a stretch, okay? And I don't want anyone to be. It's easy to be deceived by that. He makes it sound like it's being pushed to its limit, but I'm telling you it's not, because there are no rounded edges to him. He's not ramping, he's not dropping in his vocal. It is thick and wide through its entirety, whether he's in the low range or the high range sustaining that note in that key. He maintains a really good rich thickness. But I do like the drums in this track. The drums in this track are really the heartbeat of it. They're taking you. It's the engine of the car you're in, taking the journey with them. Very well done. The changes were right. A lot of times songs will change and they get into this very complicated confusion of sound. So you don't want it to sound like there's a lot going on when there's a lot going on. Does that make sense? I've I've heard songs where people will submit them to me, hey, check this out. And I say, you got to take something out here. You know, you got a lot going on here, and it sounds like it. And if you have a lot going on, you don't want it to sound like it. You want it to sound smooth, and you want it to sound natural in its flow. You want the colors to flow properly through the spectrum at the end. In the end in your brain is what I'm talking about. When the colors finally collide in your brain, they should all make sense. And there shouldn't be something out of place. And there should be a nice, rich aura around the tone coming from the song. And that's what I'm getting from this. Very well done. This is a very, again, would I add it on my radio station? Yes. But it would be a nighttime, overnight track, without a doubt. This is you get the magnetism of the song is indelible. You get drawn into, I almost said sucked. And that's where I messed up there. You get drawn into it very naturally. And that's what makes it stand out for me. Is that, yeah, it's 6.5 minutes, but it's not, because, you know, time is a construct, right? So it's not 6.5 minutes, and that's what impressed me about it. So very well done, very well organized, very well produced. Love the harmonies, love the tone. I love industrial anyway, but I really like the modernity that was brought into the traditional tones that I was hearing in the track. So very well done. It unexpectedly expected, so good job. Sleep Token, The Summoning, I'll have everything linked down below. And anything I don't know about the band, again, you guys are my Sherpas, my Concurpas, so I do rely on you to give me all the information on the bands that I do here. I just do a cursory search to make sure I know where they're from and anything like that, so you know how old the track is. But other than that, I really rely on you guys. So again, if you have a suggestion for me, all of my links are down below. You've got the comment section. You got the live stream 2 days a week, Wednesday and Saturday, 11 a.m. Wednesday, 2 p.m. Saturday. I'm not hard to find, so if you have something you want me to check out, all you got to do is hit me up. But please make sure you provide a link. That way I know which version you would like me to check out. So again, thank you very much. Thank you to Connect 200, Music to See, and of course, Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Thank you to all of you for taking time out of your busy day being awesome to give my video a watch. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to like it, give it a share. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.